Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist. And one of the things you might want to think about today is the way that your perception governs your interpretation of the world. Now, I know most of us would immediately assume, well, the world is as it is. There is an agreed objective reality that we can all share. We can agree the table is the table, the wall is the wall, the world is the world. But that's not necessarily true. There is some absolutely extraordinary research that is helping us to understand that really we are projecting our view of reality onto the material around us. We are creating impressions that shape how we see, how we perceive the world around us. I'm not sure how that's going to help you get through the day to day, but there is an idea that you can use, which I hope you'll find very, very useful. This is the time of year where in the Northern Hemisphere, we kind of get used to the winter cloud and grey and all that dull weather that can really bring us down. It can have a definite measurable impact on our mood, on our enthusiasm. But when I was a kid, I grew up in a very cold, dark, cloudy part of the world where there wasn't a lot of sunshine. And I'd noticed how people say, "Oh, the weather, it's grey and wet and damp," and they'd hunch up against the conditions. And I remember as a kid thinking, hang on a minute, but the sun is still there. The sun hasn't gone away, it hasn't disappeared. It's just hidden by the clouds. And it used to give me a strong sense of reassurance that that warmth and sunlight, the blue sky, was just above the clouds. Perception is everything. And when we remember that above that layer of cloud, the sun is still shining, that the warmth and light in the blue sky is still there, it can help to tilt the balance of perception, remind us that what we're seeing is not the full picture. And it reminds me of the Diamond Sutra, I don't know if you've come across it, which tells us that the sun is always shining, but the sun gives its heat and light and warmth and comfort without ever asking for anything in return. Behold, the sun shines. What is the price that it asks? It's a beautiful sutra, a way of reminding us that in the presence of absolute generosity, the way that the sun just gives its light and heat and life to us, it never asks for anything in return. And that can encourage us to have perhaps a similar attitude of generosity, because that will certainly make the world a better place. So, if you're looking up at the weather and thinking, oh my goodness, cold grey sky, remember that above that layer of cloud, the sun is still shining, the sky is still blue, the warmth and light is still there, and it might just sow the seeds of a beautiful warm feeling in your heart today. If that's the case, well then mission accomplished. If you've got any thoughts or feelings, any questions or issues you'd like to discuss, my email address is in the description. But in the meantime, let me wish you a wonderful day, and I'll be back with you soon.